This is called Days. Days when summer seems to be lasting forever. Days after the night before. Days marred by senseless arguments. Days of fading light.
Nights awake, spent reading detective novels.
Mornings when you don't wake up till the afternoon. Mornings answering emails. Mornings reading the obituaries of old friends. Mornings keeping going. Mornings when you sing, "Come on and do the avocado." Mornings when you wake too early. Mornings washing the car when the sun comes out at just the wrong moment so that you end up all hot and sweaty and the car doesn't look much cleaner either. Mornings you forget. Mornings when something's on your mind.
Afternoons when you go skateboarding, hoping no one will see you as you're too old to go skateboarding. Afternoons spent looking for the right type of vacuum cleaner bags. Afternoons so cold you have to wear the long johns you inherited from your grams. Afternoons when you realize you've learned to appreciate the beauty of a simple melody. Afternoons when you realize you've learned to appreciate the beauty of simple, though complex, noise. Afternoons spent making soya crepe with sprouts. Afternoons in galleries with an empty stomach rumbling.
Hours when you feel you're moving slowly backwards.
Moments of clarity, moments of hesitation, moments hopelessly lost. Moments miraculously found. Moments when everything seems to be all right. Moments when nothing does.
Moments when you catch a glimpse of something you shouldn't. Moments when a fuse blows. Impatient moments. Moments when you can't concentrate on what you're writing. Moments when you can't concentrate on what you're reading. Moments when you almost hit someone. Moments when everyone is trying to act calm, but no one is feeling calm. Inappropriate moments. Moments when you can't stop laughing.
Days of innocence. Days of mad romance. Days with bikini kill in your headphones.
Hours sitting on trains, hours at airports, hours in the air, hours at sea, hours worrying about going bald, hours worrying about a lump, hours waiting in hospitals, thinking how fortunate it was you didn't pursue a career in medicine, hours waiting for the music to begin, hours clearing up after the festival.
Nights reading term papers. Nights at the disco. 2 nights at Pardon Totu listening to free jazz. Sleepless nights. Restless nights. Silent nights. Nights that wouldn't end. Nights at the island of Gotland. Nights at train stations in Germany when you were 23.
Afternoons crossing the Atlantic. Afternoons sitting on rugs. Long afternoons when lunch goes on forever.
Mornings you don't see because you're asleep. Mornings you don't see because it's too dark to see anything. Mornings in bed watching old comedies. Early mornings. Mornings before an execution. Mornings when you swap coffee for yerba mate. Mornings in Morgantown.
Mornings taking down tents. Mornings stripping the walls. Mornings when you get up too early and feel sleepy after lunch. Mornings when you listen to the birds. Mornings when the seeds come up.
Moments when the street lamps light up.
Days when everything seems to be becoming unstuck. Days when your best isn't good enough. Days of despondency and exhaustion. Come down days. Days when one piece of bad news is followed by another.
8 nights. Nights in cheap hotels. Nights in expensive hotels. Nights on a mattress next to bird cages and rabbit cages. Bleak nights. Black nights. Dark nights of the soul and body. White nights.
Hours waiting for the dawn. Hours mulling over the same old problem.
Mornings and coaches, when you see the sunrise and you realize you had not seen one for quite a while. Mornings when you have to start teaching at 8 a.m. and hate it. Mornings when you had to be in class at 8 a.m. and hated it equally. Mornings when you learn that somebody has just died. Mornings when you learn that somebody has just been born. Mornings when you don't seem to be learning anything. Mornings printing your thesis in 5 copies and running out of ink. Mornings doing sit-ups, push-ups and crunches. Mornings doing nothing.
Nights when you dream of dead people. Nights when the sun is shining. Nights when the music's so loud you have to shout down the phone. Nights when England win 8-0. Nights when someone you know appears on television. Nights spent listening to French jokes, missing the punchlines. Nights in white satin.
Moments of confusion, moments of clarity again. These moments and those moments as well.
Days you remember only as moments. Days you remember only as nights. Days you remember only later on. Days when one thing leads to another. Days when one thing doesn't lead to another. Fish days, caffeine-free days. Days when you get off at the wrong station. Days when the station you want to get off at isn't there.
Afternoons looking for a place to eat because you forgot to book a table. Afternoons sleeping standing up. Afternoons drinking Irish coffee. Afternoons drinking Turkish coffee.
Afternoons watching bad films on television. Afternoons trimming the lavender. Afternoons playing tiddlywinks with my grandmother. Afternoons in hospital wondering how many more afternoons like this there are going to be.
Hours in the waiting area of the doctor's office. Hours in the waiting area of the dentist's office. Hours standing in the line at the MoMA. Hours hanging on the telephone. Hours doing and hanging the laundry.
Days when the washing machine stops working. Tense days. Days when you bite off more than you can chew. Days when you chew more than you bite off. Days when the constellations revolve slowly. Pancake days. Days on the train when you move seats because of the noise made by the people sitting next to you, only to find the people you're now sitting next to are even louder. Quiet days. Days spent not doing what you were supposed to be doing.
Mornings having blood tests with a needle in your arm, cold, hungry, worried about fainting and trying to appear brave and unconcerned. Misty mornings.
Moments of petrified blessing. Moments waiting for a knock at the door. Moments when I think I'm not at all like Gide. I like writing, not having written. Moments eroded by the beam wind of your speech.
Nights in black velvet, nights in fake mink furs. Starry nights, nights in San Francisco, nights at the foot of the mountain, nights at the top of the hill, nights at the edge of the cliff in Etretat.
Afternoons at the edge of the cliff in Etretat. Afternoons looking at clouds. Rock pool afternoons. Afternoons on islands. Afternoons taking stock. Afternoons in the bath. Afternoons wallpapering. Afternoons stuck in traffic.
Most curious moments.
Hours that passed unnoticed. Hours that pass with deathly slowness. Hours hungover. Hours not to reason why. Early hours. Last hours.
Last mornings. Penultimate mornings. Mornings you wake up older. Mornings before leaving town.